Normal Minecraft TVs are boring. I mean, you only really get three choices. You get this one where it's just a standard redstone lamps with a lever. You get this one where it doesn't have any redstone at all and it's literally just black concrete. And then if you're lucky, you get this one over here where it's like a mix of both two, like so, with an added painting. So I want to change this, and today I'm going to be try and make a working TV in Minecraft. Hello everyone, my name is Tomco and welcome back to another video. Now today, I want to try and make a working TV in Minecraft and I'm going to be bringing you guys along with it as well. So just stay tuned and relax and hopefully you learn something or two. So for the actual remote control for the TV, of course this is Minecraft, no mods, no commands, so we do not have anything that could be add on. So this is what I have come up with. So first we have this lever over here. This is basically just going to turn on and off the TV. So when it's off, the TV will go onto a black screen, and then when it's on, you can just use the TV like a normal TV. And then the two buttons over here, these are going to be controlling the channel. So when I click the upper button, it would move left, and then when I click the bottom button, it would move right, or the other way around. I'm not really too bothered. So I'm going to get the piston layout and all of that set up. So in the end, this is what I've come up with. So let me just give you a bit of a rough idea of how this thing works. So as you can see, like most TVs, it is a piston feed tape. So the colours go round and around. Now these will be different channels, basically just different colours of blocks. So as you can see, the TV is going to be a 3x2 area, quite a nice size TV that's like 3 meters long, 2 meters up. If I could have that TV, that would be perfect. So yeah, they're the sizes of the TV. We have massive TVs. The room size is a bit limited by these pistons. However, they have a massive TV that basically pays up for it. So the piston feed tape goes round, and my idea is that when it stops, the piston here, this will push all of these blocks forward, which will make it flush with the wall. And then when we want to turn it off, it will retract those blocks. And then these two pistons here, they will push these black blocks up, replacing the blocks which will be here. And then the sticky piston would fire again, which would make the screen go black. And then when we turn the TV on again, it will basically just do the opposite, where it would retract the black blocks to here, and then these blocks which are up here would be retracted down. This shouldn't be too difficult. It is just like a double piston extender but without the retraction. I can do this. I'm thinking if I just have blocks here and then resting on top of them, then if I put an observer up here with glass, resting on top of this, now these should activate both these pistons. Let me just give it a go. Will this work? Yes, and it does nicely. Great, that is cool. This is going to be so simple to do it to the top. There we go. So now if I activate this, will it work? Perfect. So now, as you can see, whenever, let's just replace these with the buttons, as levers are ugly and annoying. So both buttons are in now, so we can just change them. We can change the blue to the black. We can change the black to the blue. We can change the blue to the black. We can change the black to blue to black, but we'll leave the buttons for now. We don't need to know about them. So, and then I would have these pistons fire at the back, so you should just put that's simple enough. So let's say, so it'll be like this. So then this would be the actual TV. It's like a flat with a screen TV. So this is going to be like a very high-end TV. Only the richest can afford this. So we can just push them forward, push them back. We can change it to the TV's on, then we can push it forward like so. So moving on to the piston feed tape. This is a bit of a different one, as these two pistons need to fire at the same time, and then these two ones need to fire at the same time. Yeah, that's how it works. I know it's a little bit strange, but that's the only way I can make it work. So yeah, this is like a very simple stuff, just a redstone line going between them. As you can see, I'm not going for compactness. That's just like out of the equation. So I connected the pistons that need to be connected together. So now I have two buttons. I feel like a bit like green now. I'm really tempted to press this. Gonna be fun. So now when I press this, it activates those two, and then if I press this one, those, and if you look, as you can see, this thing is moving around. This is like the most satisfying thing ever. I could actually do this all day. Like, this is just amazing. I'm gonna try get it to we're gonna have the yellow channel now on. So as you can see, how that works is basically it's just like a normal piston feed tape. Now I need to do it so it can go backwards as well, but first I need to hook some sort of a redstone clock into this thing, and I'm thinking hopper clock. Why? I don't know, I just like the sound of it, and it's easy to stop and start, which is something that I need to keep that in my head for this build, because if it just doesn't stop, and then imagine watching a TV, and then like every couple of seconds it suddenly goes on to like whatever you're watching, so ITV, and go straight to BBC, or something like that. That'd just be really frustrating, and I'm sure that my Minecraft character would really hate that as much as I do. Probably because we're the same person, but we don't need to go into that much detail, do we now? Very simple, just got some hoppers. Then now, if I unflick this lever, we should start to see the whole thing moving. Now that is just, look at that. That is what you call good quality TV right there. Look at those amazing high HD blue concrete. That's what you want to see. And then we can stop it from moving, of course, just by flicking the switch. It looks that this is like the most weirdest redstone contraption that I've ever had to made. However, it is working. We're not worried about compactness, so the dancing observers over there, they can carry on dancing. Let's just give them some music for them. Okay, lovely, that's enough. So now we just have to do the retraction for the piston feed tape, and then I'm pretty sure the piston feed tape is done. So that was simple. The redstone behind it is like 5 times the size of the TV. Imagine that, where your TV, this is basically what I'm going for. So that should be everything done. So now we have the piston feed tape going both ways. So if we just flick this lever, this is oh my goodness, what has happened? Okay, there we go. So yep, as you can see, so the blocks are going to the right. However, if I just go, look at those dancing observers. That is just a sight to behold right there. That is absolutely amazing. So we can just unflick this lever, flick the other lever, and then the block should be going to the left, and there we go. So that is basically the piston feed tape done. However, we are far from finished for the whole thing. So at the moment, it is basically just a piston feed tape. But we don't want that, as at the moment, every time you click a button, the channels will just go endlessly around and around and around, and that would be pretty frustrating. So what we have to do is we have to make sure it stops every 3 blocks. So every different colour it would stop, and I think I'm just going to be doing this through a redstone pull sextant. I think that's the simplest way to do it, but I just have to make sure that we have the timings completely right. So let's just start off by making a different design, see which one works better. So the one I'm going to start off first, this is a pretty simple one. Hopefully we can get the right one so it doesn't stop in the right place, or so we can just have it so every time we press the button it would exactly move 1 channel forward and not like a channel and a half, as even though that would be cool, we can like multitask, be watching the news or something, and also be watching whatever you guys watch. You can also be watching that on the other side. Oh no, I've just been using the whole wrong colour. Now I've got to destroy all this and replace it again. So first one, let's see how bad or how good it is. So we need to make sure that it does go exactly 1 colour. So if we activate this, how many does it do? So 1, 2. So this was only 2, so we need to make it a bit bigger. So and now what happens, how many does it do if we do it this way? That is actually perfect. So now if you updated this again, would it go straight to yellow? Oh, so there we have the problem. However, I think I may just have a way of which we can solve that, and if we move the redstone torch to the other hopper, what will happen now is every time that the item goes back and forth, it will always end up landing on this one, which means it should do that 1 extra pulse. Let's just see if this works. So we can just swap these around, take the output from over here. There we go. So now if we try this, let's see if it works. So, oops, I activate it with a lever. However, that is fine. And oh, so by the looks of things, that actually works. So now, if we do this again, does it work? Yes, this is working perfect. Let me just replicate this down. So I basically just replicated it now. So it's just the first time test to see if it still works on the bottom as it does on the top. Let's just give it a go by placing in an observer. And does this, well, I mean, it would help if it actually did anything. Why did this not do anything? I have no idea. So let's just try it again and just this. There we go. So it's activated, but once again it just doesn't do anything. What on earth? This is so weird. Activating one more time. What on earth? Oh, so there's 2 items in here. That explains it. So now if I activate this, yes. This is very short. Why on earth is this so short? I have no idea. Let's just try and make it a bit longer to see if, let's see if that is enough time to make it that extra bit longer. If so, we can just do this. So now we're getting into repeaters and comparators. So it should be. So I have no idea, as I didn't know where it started from, as it wasn't one complete solid colour. However, let's just make stop. Oh, it's like a game. Come on, let's try do it. Stop. Perfect. There we go. So now, is it going to be absolutely perfect and do what it says? Come on, just make it land on a solid colour. There we go. So now this goes to the right. If we do it again, this should go to the right. There we go. Absolutely good. And then if we do it from the top system, it should go to the left and stop on 3. And then it should go to the right. This is like so satisfying right now. This is amazing. Yes. So that is working fine. Okay, this is good. So now all we have to do is we have to link these up to the buttons and then make a pulse extender for these sticky pistons, and then basically that is the channel system to go. So let me just link these up to the buttons. So linking them up was very, very simple. I've in fact gone for the vertical layout as basically, also I've moved them up a bit, otherwise you'll be literally it's like all the way down there, you'll be sitting on your sofa and there'll be a massive hole in the floor for you to go down and press your remote. So I've moved them both up here, so we have the vertical buttons for the channel setting, and then we have the lever to turn this thing on and off. So now let's test it. This top button will make it go to the left, and this button will make it go to the right, I think. So let's just press this, and does it work? There we go, so it's changing channel, and there we go, that is nice. Let's do it, so this one, it should make it go the other way. So that is working fine. So let's say we wanted to change the channel, and then we move the channel to whatever. But let's say, oh no, I want to go back as I prefer that channel. We can always just press this button and go back. So this is working absolutely fine. Now what I want to do is I just want to hook up another pulse extender to this thing, so that every time we hit a button, the pistons retract, allowing the piston feed tape to go round and round, and then once it's done, they push forward again, so we get like a nice flat screen effect. So moving on to the yellow circuit, we have the sticky piston here. So what I think we should do, because we know that these hopper clocks are on this kind of pulse extender, so this length of time, we know it has to be longer than this, and that should be a pretty simple to do. So first of all, I think we have to get this redstone line out of the medium blocks around it, as I don't think we're going to have enough space to build it in there. So let's just quickly swivel this around. We can delete, so we can basically just link this up to a different kind of pulse extender, but this time we have a block in front of that comparator, which, believe it or not, actually makes it longer. Now you're probably thinking, well, it should make it shorter as you removed one of the redstone, but no, in fact it goes the complete opposite and it makes it longer. So then I need to get an output from both of these buttons that will link into this. So every time we hit either one of these buttons, the output goes into one of these before it goes into the piston feed tape. Otherwise, it'll just mess everything up. So that should be as simple as quickly doing this. So we make sure that it does take longer. For this one, let's just add another one. Actually, nope. Yep, just one more. And one more for good measure. So that should be it working. And then for good measures again, let's just do this. So this start off, this needs to be on a redstone, a torch. So now, as you can see, the blocks are extended. But first try, when we activate this, does it retract it? It retracted. The piston feed tape should start, and then perfect. That is actually perfect. So now, as you can see, let's say this was our wall, the complete things are within our wall. So we can click the button, we can change the channel, and then it pops forward again. And then if you want to go back to the channel we were just on, let's see if this side also works the same. And no. No, it does not. It's one of those games again where you have to try and make sure that it's stop. Nope. Stop. Nope. God, this is difficult. Stop. Nope. There we go. If we activate this bottom one, does it do it in time? No. It won't. Yeah. So I think we just need to completely. Let's just do that and see if this works. So maybe this is too short. Why is it so slow? So now if we press this button, it should work. Fingers crossed. Come on. Yes! Oh my goodness, that was so difficult for some reason. The on and off circuit is actually very, very similar to the channel selection service. So once again, we had to activate this redstone pull sectioner up here. This is actually proving to be a very, very useful. If we have an observer in front of that, every time that the piston extends and retracts, the observer will fire, which is exactly what we need. So we can just take an observer trail going all the way up. This is like the most complete worst bit of redstone in the ever, but you know what, who cares? We can just link it straight into this, and there we go. So now let's try it. So if we flick this, the blocks get pulled away, and then they should be pulled back, and they do. And then if you flick it off, the exact same should happen. And so yeah, so now we just have to do it so every time that the lever is up, these pistons will come down, and then every time that the lever is down, those should come up. So some very simple redstone wiring later. This thing, well, the on and off circuit should be done when we flick the lever. Yeah, so there we go. As you can see, it changed to the black screen, meaning that it is off. And then if we flick it on again, as you can see, it changed to the green screen where we can control the panels. Now, another thing we need to do is that when the TV is off, we cannot control the panels. Otherwise, the black screen will get in the way, and that will basically mess everything up, which is no fun. So I've added in the circuit. It is the red circuit here. I've had to do it a little bit differently. Actually, this has to be redstone dust. I've in fact replaced the observer with a block. As I was making it, I thought to myself, whenever these sticky pistons extend because it's on, those observers, because they detected an update, they will instantly fire, and that will mean that it will go around, and then it will just basically break the whole thing. So that's why I just had to replace it with blocks. That's when it extends, nothing happened, which should be better. So now, as you can see, the TV is on, which means the block should be up. However, when we turn it off, the TV should turn off itself, like so. And if we come round to the back, all those blocks should have retracted, meaning now every time that we try to change the channel. Oh, okay. So the sticky piston still retract. I need to change that. I've just quickly added a circuit where this circuit doesn't get activated either. So what happens if this block retracts up, stopping this repeater from activating it. This block comes down, stopping this redstone dust from activating it. So now if we activate this, literally nothing should happen. The TV doesn't even retract anymore, like so, until we flick the lever, and then it should do everything it's supposed to do. So if we flick this, as you can see, it turns on. You can tell by the screen, and then we can use these to change the channel and this. Wow, this is just so cool. So what I want to do, just to finish off, is I want to add some secret lighting so that when the TV is on, some redstone lamps turn on behind some stairs, so it looks like the TV is producing light. So I've made this okay looking room here. I've made it night so you can see the lights turning on and off. So let's just do a quick demonstration of how this all works. So I made this really comfortable chair out of wood here, which you can sit on and get all comfy. And then let's just turn on the TV. As you can see, the lights turn on, and then the TV turns on as well. And then we can use these buttons over here to control the TV. So let's say we want to change the channel, but once again, as you can see, you can just carry on going, trying different TV channels until you find the right one. And let's say you want to go back, well, don't worry, as you can go back as well, simply by hitting the other button. So we can go back again if we really want to. And then once we are done looking at everything we need to do, we can just simply turn off the lever, the lights turn off, and then the TV turns off as well. And don't worry, as we can literally press all of these and nothing will happen to the TV. So this is the redstone for it. It is pretty big, however I love this TV. I think it's absolutely awesome. If you can pat this down, then I'd love to see that. However, that is all from me. If you enjoyed this video, then please do give it a like, and also please subscribe to the channel so you get more videos like these. If you have any video suggestions of what I should do next, then please leave it in the comment section below, whether you want a tutorial on something or you want me to build something like this. Anyway, that is all from me. If you want to see some more awesome tutorials, then click in the top left right now. However, I will see you all later.